As always, Ted, kick us off. Who do you have as your winner of the weekend?
Nice win last night. OU baseball with a really nice win over Tennessee. Tennessee's been one of the best baseball programs in the country for a while now, and a really nice win over them. And it was late. It was 10 innings. I think it was 1-1. I think both teams scored in the fourth, and then it was scoreless. And then in the top of the 10th, we kind of blew it open. I think we scored 4 runs there. And it was cool to see Willits, the young Willits freshman, get in there and have some success. Been struggling a little bit, but I think he knocked in the RBI, the go ahead there, and it was good for him to get some confidence going. And I like it. Baseball team's looking good. They backed that win up with another win today over Nebraska, putting some runs up. Spikerman is doing just like what you thought he was going to do. He struggled a little bit at times last year, but he's off to a really nice start this year, scoring a bunch of runs for them in that leadoff spot. So baseball's looking good, man. Start of the season off to a really good start, 2-1. They lost the opener against Oregon, but another good team in Oregon, and it was a nicely played game there, but weren't able to get the win. But OU baseball's off to a nice start.
And Tennessee is what, number 7?
Yeah.
They've been a very, very good program. And that's the type of win early in a season that can get the juices flowing for a team.
Yep.
One of those, hey, we went and got that win. Guys, maybe we can put something together this year. I know the baseball season's so long. They play so many games.
Yeah.
But that's a great way for Skip and that coaching staff. They can use that for sure. We need to get Skip on. He is the absolute best.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, it's you got to get confidence. I mean, it's just like anything else. Just talking OU hoops earlier, confidence is a huge part of it. No different in baseball. If you can get some of your guys rolling, get some runs across, get some pitchers, feeling good, going out and having a really nice outing against a team like Tennessee. It's really something good to build on. It's good to see that they're playing well early in the year. I think Dallas Baptist is next, who they play every year. Dallas Baptist is so good. It's like every year we play them, and I laugh at it. It's like, can we stop playing Dallas Baptist, please? Can we please stop playing that team in baseball? They're so scrappy every year, but feel good about where they're at right now, and I think it's only going to get better.
Dallas Baptist ain't ready for the chaos, Ted. Don't be
I hope
scared.
not. I hope not.
I got faith in the guys. Don't worry about it. But you combine that with clearly how OU softball has started. Shocking. They're rolling.
Yeah. 66 straight now. Is that what it's up to?
I have lost count.
Yeah.
I've lost count. Let me know when they get to 100.
Right.
Which is in play. But yeah, Diamond Sports. It's getting going. We'll be locked in.
Yeah. And we're getting close to that home opener at Love's Field. It's March 1, and we got some work to do to get there. It's going to be, the paint's going to be drying whenever when first pitch comes across.
All I know is you do not want to let Patty Gasso down when it comes to that deadline. That is not, I would not want to be that construction team. So I've got full faith. I've got full faith that it's going to be ready to go.
Let's go. Need it.
Who do you have as your loser of the weekend?
Okay, this is kind of random. The G League, the Ignite League. Silver says they're going to have to look at that, whether or not they're going to keep it around after just a couple of years. It's the league where it's like the in-between guys that are not old enough to go to the NBA, give them a chance to play some professional basketball before they're eligible. And the NIL situation in college hoops is kind of changing some of that. And I think it's interesting, really don't care much about the Ignite League, but it's something that we've talked about.
I love that you're calling it the Ignite League when they're just in the G League and it's the Ignite It's the G League Ignite. It's a team.
Gotcha.
It's like it's a developmental team.
Right. Shows what I know about it.
Yeah.
But it's really just to get to the thing that we've talked about a little bit before, but how NIL is going to keep a lot of guys in college sports. And I hope that this is one of the good things that we see come of it. Dylan Gabriel, sticking around, going to play another year at Oregon. He probably had a huge influence for Stutzman and Bowman playing another year at OU. Whenever we talked to Jim Nagy about, some of the Senior Bowl stuff, a record low number of juniors for them coming out, at least for recent years. So I think this is one of the good positives from NILs. We're going to see some guys stick around college sports a little bit longer.
I'm with you. I know this. I watch a whole lot more college basketball than I watch G League basketball because I watch zero G League basketball. I don't even watch the Oklahoma City Blue. But
yeah.
And you know how much I love. If it's Oklahoma City, I'm usually watching, but I'm not dialed in. You're not watching
Oklahoma City Blue. Nobody's watching that Blue.
There are some people that go to the games, and you guys are the best. You're diehards, but you have to set certain limits. And I do not consume G League basketball, but Big Monday, ESPN throughout the week, all the big slate of games on Saturdays. Yeah, I'm always watching. I'd rather see, and I know that, every guy's situation is different. And it seems like what they've done with the G League Ignite is they do a good job of helping these guys understand what it's like to be a pro. And you start getting them on that track, and you're eating and you're training and you're doing everything like an NBA guy would do. And that's the point of the program. But I want to see those types of guys play college basketball.
Yep.
And I just think it's way more fun for those guys. And you get this fan base wherever you go. Yeah, you got to go to school. You got to deal with all that. But you get these naturally built-in fans the rest of your career, even if you're only there for a semester to play basketball. I just think it'd be way more fun, and you can make money now.
Yeah. Well, the biggest edge in college sports is whenever you have an upper class heavy team, whether it's hoops, whether it's football. When you have a bunch of senior experience on your team, it matters maybe more than anything else. So I think it's awesome. It's going to help the product too. The better players that stay for longer, that have more experience, that are more well-rounded, it's going to make the product better. So I'm down for it. I hope hope the trend continues. It's one of the few things as of right now that we can look at in NIL, other than the guys getting paid, which I'm all for. But I think it's a nice little positive.
If a guy is in position to go the Ignite route, though, there have been some results of the last couple drafts that are hard to argue with. Jalen Green went number 2 overall in 2021. Kuminga went number 7 that year. Dyson Daniels went number 8 in 2022. 2023, Scoot Henderson went number 3 overall. They're all Ignite guys.
Yeah, they're there for a reason, right?
No kidding.
They're not just.
We're just being selfish. We want to watch them play college basketball and be in those environments. It'd be so much more fun to have those special guys in college hoops. But we watch a lot of Thunder and we watch a lot of OU. At times, it looks like a different sport.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I think college basketball plays with a bigger basketball and a smaller cylinder.
Are you sure? You can see the exact dimensions from that Baylor camera angle.
Oh, that's true. That's true. No, Yeah, I hope this is the trend that we see and it continues.
And I hope they all go to Oklahoma.
Yes.
And we win way more basketball games. That would make me
Yes.
happy. I think that would make Porter Moser very, very happy.
Yes.
Let's finish up with my winner and loser. But first, attention business owners, you need Insurica in your life. Insurica is one of the country's largest insurance brokers with 30 offices throughout Oklahoma, Texas, and the Southwest. Insurica is able to customize programs by accessing the latest information from many insurance carriers. They compare and contrast coverage offerings and pricing in order to design a cost-effective, comprehensive program to meet your business's specific needs. If your business partners with Insurica, you'll save huge amounts of money and take back control of your total cost of risk. If your business wants to be best in class, connect with Insurica at insurica.com. That's INSURICA.com.
And head to opolisclothing.com for our podcast merchandise and the best OU gear out there. That's opolisclothing.com, OPOLIS clothing.com. Use promo code TED, TED, for 10% off. That's opolisclothing.com. Use promo code TED for 10% off. Buttery soft and 10% off.
For my winner of the weekend, random one. Thought about going with Ladd McConkey, wide receiver, Georgia. Ted, can you believe that it was the 10-year anniversary, and they gave me a watch, a 10-year anniversary watch.
Wow.
Of me winning the Warfel Trophy. Went back, and congratulations to Ladd McConkey. Really good player. Got to spend a lot of time with him over the last couple of days. Just a really impressive guy. I'll be rooting like hell for him as he progresses in the NFL. But yeah, the 10th anniversary of me winning that award. We hadn't been back in a couple years. And it was just awesome to see all those people. There's still a lot of the same people that were handling a lot of the things when I won it. And it was fun to be around the guys. There was several guys that came back as well, got to chat with them, stayed up late Friday and Saturday night, just talking, drinking some wine, drinking some beers. It was awesome. And the award it's grown so much since I won it. It used to be in Fort Walton, and I stayed in this bed and breakfast called Aunt Martha's.
Nice.
It was like an old school bed and breakfast, and now it's in downtown Atlanta. The gala was on the field at the College Football Hall of Fame. It's just so cool to see how it's grown, and this is something I was talking to Danny Warfel about. College football it's changed so much. But I feel like what that award is all about hasn't changed at all. It's about what you do on the field, what you do in the classroom, and then what you do in your community. And NIL and the port, like it hasn't changed that. So it was a refreshing weekend, man. I was really glad that we went back.
That's cool. 10 years flies by, right? And
oh my gosh.
You said that, it reminds me, this year is 20 years since I won the Buckus Award.
You need to go back, dude.
Old. Whew. Man,
but it was really fun catching up with Danny Warfel, kind of getting the life updates from all the different guys. Sam Acho, of course, hey, congrats on the playoff, but how'd that game in Dallas go? Don't come back for that one, Acho. Oh, he's the best. But just everyone that has a part in that award they're just great people. And they made me speak. I didn't know I was going to have to say anything, but they made me come up on the stage and they gave me my watch, my 10-year anniversary watch. And I basically said, I don't know if this is selfish or not, but I keep coming back because when I leave this weekend, being around all you really good people, it just makes me feel like a better person.
That's good. That's good. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad if anyone can step up there and have plenty to say on a moment's notice, it's you.
And I didn't cuss, which you should have seen the look in Warfel's eye. He was like, oh no, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. No, but it was great. It was a fantastic weekend in Atlanta. And by the way, Atlanta, sneaky awesome to take your kids.
Really?
Aquarium, Coca-Cola World. There's a kids museum. It was
That's
awesome.
cool.
We took my sons to the aquarium and they loved it. My
Nice.
oldest was a little skeptical on the shark exhibit.
I bet. Don't
But there was
slip
a
and fall in.
dolphin. There was a dolphin show. Dude, it was fun.
That's cool.
But
Nice.
yeah, great weekend in Atlanta. But my winner of the weekend, Steve Sarkisian. Texas paid that man, Ted. Won the Big
Yep.
12 title, took his team to the playoff. Now they lost to Washington. Won multiple Coach of the Year awards last season. Was supposed to make 5.8 million next season, and that's going up to 10.3 million.
Nice.
And will go up $100,000 each year through the 2030 season. Ted, things are good at Sark Enterprises Incorporated.
Yes, they are. I like how they did it. You know, they paid him a nice contract, but it's like let's see it. You know, let's before we do something ridiculous like, you know, take Texas A&M for example. You know, let's see if the results come. You'll get the big contract. The results are there, and I got to say, you know, we've talked about it a lot. I like his system. I I really like him as an offensive play caller. I like how he designs his offense. Their defense is, you know, they're not all the way there, but they've got some really good coaches on that side of the ball. He's surrounded himself with a really nice staff. So I don't think this is. Sometimes you see contracts that go out there and it's like, man, they're overpaying. I don't think they're overpaying right now for Sark. I think he's done a really good job there. I was a little skeptical in the beginning, and obviously I was rooting for him to not be really good, but he's done a really nice job there.
The most impressive thing he's done is change the culture along the line of scrimmage there.
Yeah.
I hate complimenting Texas. I hate it. It's a physical football team on the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been his biggest accomplishment. They're recruiting at a very high level. It appears their NIL game is on point with some of the guys that they are getting in the portal and on the recruiting trail. Steve Sarkisian's doing a really good job there.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
And now he's a $10 million man, which makes him top 5 highest paid college football coach. Because remember, Mike Norvell at Florida State, that Bama opening got him that big bump. He's a $10 million guy now. We got to assume, we don't know the exact numbers for USC. It's a private school, but Lincoln Riley's making north of 10.
Yep.
Kalen DeBoer probably right in that ballpark as well, getting him to leave Washington for Bama. We haven't seen the details of that contract yet. If he's not there, it's probably close.
Yep.
Ryan Day's there. And then Kirby and Dabo.
It's probably right. Yep.
So that had to be a good day for Steve Sarkisian. I had to feel good signing that one. And he can make another almost $2 million each year in incentives, win games, win conference titles, that type of stuff, which is built into all coaches' contracts. But I had to feel good. He's getting 20 hours of private jet time for personal use. I do have one big complaint though.
Okay.
I think he gets 2 cars. This is what I read, 2 cars. He gets 20 hours of private jet time for personal use. So this isn't recruiting. This is outside all of his duties as the head coach. The hours don't roll over though. It's a use it or lose it situation. If I'm Sark, I'm going to my agent and go, no. If I don't use it, I want it to carry over. What are they going to do? Say no?
Well, here's the other thing though, is like coaches typically get like a couple vacations a year. It's like you don't have a whole lot of time. Now they're on the PJs quite a bit, for recruiting and everything, but for personal use, you just don't have a whole lot of opportunity for personal trips and stuff. But 20 hours is pretty good.
I guess I didn't think of this. I guess he doesn't have to be on the plane.
Right. Fly
his family could just
family to games and stuff. Or
yeah, that'd be a good way to use it. But I've gone off track here. I'm now more worried about that than what the future looks like with him being the head coach of Texas. But it's kind of just the price of doing business in the SEC, and that's the thing I was thinking about. What's this mean for Venables? Really, all it means is if BV has success in the first couple of years that OU's in the SEC, he's in line for this type of payday because this is what you pay your coach in the SEC. Yep. Nine of the top 15, I looked it up, 9 of the top 15 highest paid coaches are in the SEC. So Venables is going to have this type of paydays if OU has success. Just how it works, man.
There's a lot of factors. I mean, obviously it's the most competitive conference and you got a bunch of big name programs in the conference, but they also get paid the most. Right? The payout is the biggest. And with the biggest payout, comes the opportunity to pass that down to the staff. So yeah, I mean, you win and you win at a high level, you make a college football playoff. I mean, the criteria on that's going to change a little bit with how we say making a playoff. I mean, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but 4 to 12. But that's the new number's 10 million. It's crazy. Up and away. Keeps going up higher and higher.
Congrats to Steve.
When Coach Stoops first got $1 million a year as a coach, I think it was right after the national championship. It was like, what? It's crazy. I think his first contract was like $600K or something like that when he first took the job at OU. Isn't that crazy?
Hey, these coaches are dealing with a lot of problems. I get it. There's a lot going on.
Hey, the money has just gone up and up and up around the sport, and I'm in no way suggesting they're not worth it.
Congrats to Sark. You still lost to OU, though. All right, moving on. My loser of the weekend, the dunk contest. Mac McClung was awesome. Nothing against the guy. He put on a show. That first dunk where he kind of threw it to himself real quick and caught it and dunked it behind his head. That was awesome. That was sick. I've never seen that. Jumping over Shaq. He clean jumped over Shaq. That dude's vertical is insane. It was awesome. It's nothing against him. The 3-point contest is just more interesting.
You get more action. It's
just, I don't know. How am I supposed to take it seriously when none of the NBA guys take it seriously? Now, props to Jaylen Brown and Jaime Jaquez for doing it. And I thought Jaquez gained more than anyone out of it because I don't think I didn't know he had that level of athleticism. I was impressed, but yeah. I used to get so excited for that. I used to get so fired up for the dunk contest. I would never miss it. And I didn't even think about watching it this year. I watched it after the fact, but a young me would have never, I would have been on the couch, ready to roll for the dunk contest. No, I didn't care because Mac McClung is winning. And great for him, man. I'm happy for the guy. That's awesome. But he's not an NBA player. So I don't know. I'm really torn, Ted. I'm torn.
Well, here's the thing. There was a time whenever the dunk contest was involving the biggest names in the sport. And McClung, congratulations. Good player, won the dunk contest last year. He's won it back-to-back years. There's not a whole lot of people have done that. and it's a nice accomplishment, but nobody knows who he is, and you're not going to get people tuned in to watch that don't know who the guys are. Now, if LeBron and Giannis and throw whoever other's names out there you want, Morant, if there was a dunk contest with those names in it, people would be lined up to watch it. So, like, to me, that's the biggest thing that has changed. They've messed with the format a little bit and everything, but we need big name against big name to really have something on the line.
But even like the Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine battles, those were awesome.
Yeah. Those were good.
And those aren't, now LaVine's a max guy, but those aren't the biggest names in the NBA, but we knew who they were. They were really, really good NBA players. LaVine still are.
The map. He wasn't really on the map before that. It put him on the map.
But the 3-point contest was great. Damian Lillard ends up beating Trae Young and Karl Anthony Towns. Got real suspenseful there at the end of the final round. All he had to do was to hit he just needed one on that final rack and missed the first 4, but made the final ball. Little drama. Back-to-back wins for Dame Lillard in the 3-point contest. And I was interested to see how it was going to go. I thought the Sabrina Ionescu and Steph Curry thing was great. I don't think that could have gone any better. She came out firing. She hits the first 5. Just buries them. Like her first 5 shots, hits them all. She ends up putting up 26, which I believe is what would have had her in the finals in the 3-point contest, and she was shooting from the NBA line. It was pretty impressive, man. But Steph Curry ends up with 29. He's really good at shooting the basketball, Ted.
Yes, he is. Not a shock. That is pretty cool that they did it, and you got some drama with that as well. And anytime Steph Curry wins like a 3-point contest, not a shock. It's like a shock if he doesn't. He's taken that the 3-point shooting to a whole different level. So that's pretty cool.
It looked like he was going to lose, but he was clutch on the last couple racks.
Ice cold. That's cool.
I hope they do more of that stuff moving forward. I actually would enjoy them adding a couple more WNBA players. It'd be like a 3-on-3, like cumulative score, 3-point contest type thing. I think that would it would be fun, and it gets the WNBA players more exposure. I think you always talk about it just brings more people into the fold. It'll just get more people interested.
That's pretty cool. And, they almost as focused as everyone's become on the 3-point contest, you should almost do like a big man 3-point contest as well. Like, cause a lot of those guys shoot the 3 and do it well, and Karl Anthony Towns in there doing it. Like, you could split those up and have a couple, and maybe the 2 winners face each other or something. I don't know.
I definitely think it's the premier event now. So I assume they're
been good. It's just the way it flows. It's a little longer. Like, if you blink, you can miss a dunk, right? And often a guy will go up and have like a really cool dunk in mind and miss a couple, and it just takes that moment away. So, like, the 3-point contest, it drags out the drama much better for television.
Hopefully the All-Star game went really well. Shea MVP, hopefully.
Yeah, of course.
Mid-range jumpers don't leave the ground, Shea. Don't do it.